Alright, we are going to start Wastelands 2. Yeah. I've played, like, the first main mission choice that you have. But it's been a long time, so I'm going to go through and replay that. But yeah, this is what I remember playing. This was a fun game. Part of my CRPG that I want to get into rotation to go with the Pathfinder and the Pillars of Eternity. This one, and there's a couple other ones that I'm going to squeeze in there, but they're just pop up randomly whenever I get one recorded. They're not going to be part of the daily schedule. Just whenever I feel I get time to squeeze one in and play one and edit and all that good stuff. So yeah, this first part is going to be the character creation, maybe the opening sequence. And then I might get down the road, see what happens from there, maybe try to find a combat encounter. But yeah, we're going to go from there, see what happens. This will be character creation. I'll probably edit this down, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's get into it. I always play female. Fair enough. Yeah, this is probably all be edited out. That one. Get there. Tall. Probably the closest portrait. I'm not going to worry about biography. Camera skills will increase your proficiency with different weapons. That affects stats like your chance to hit and critical damage. Okay. Allocate your available attribute points. Alright, so I'm going to try to split up because you make 4 to start off with. So I'm going to try to split up assault rifle, shotgun, sniper. And then possibly handguns. Or submachine gun. Balance them out to get the 3 main ones. Everybody will have at least a point handgun. But my main one, as a Native American, I'm just going to make her sniper. Should be good with bladed. Handgun. Oh shit. General skills. A wide variety of uses. Animal whisperer. So we're going to back that down one more. Alarm, computer science, field medic, lockpicking. So I gotta have. Oof. Computer science. Which one is? Oh, I took that way too far. That's coordination. Speed, strength, awareness. Alright, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to do any quirks on any of the characters, just because that's one. This is going to be Jezza. Change the portrait so I know what I'm looking for. Not quite right, but that's what I'm going to go with. Oops. That's all right. That's that. That. Income is great. And confirm. He is going to be He's going to be SS. But this was actually smart ass. No pork. And then again. I have alarm, I have computer science, so I need two more. So I need a mechanical repair, safeguarding, hard ass, brute force. Okay. Delilah. So general skills. You're going to be the kiss ass of the group, which is perception. Yeah, you're going to be shotgun. You're going to be picking. She's gonna be the most varied of them all. Right, so that's the squad made. Look at them and realize how bad I am at making characters, and then let's go in here and see what happens. I don't know if it's opening cinematic or story. And we're going to watch all this, see what happens. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. General Vargas.
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone. They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've been living with the fallout ever since. Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name, a proud name, the Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless. And I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no Ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain or unavenged.
All right.
Thank you, recruits.
A stiff-bearded older man wearing a hard-worn Ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a pearl-handled revolver on his hip. There are notches on the barrel of his gun.
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a Desert Ranger. Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal, But sadly, Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
Happy to be given the opportunity, sir. But are you sure we're ready?
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got 1 ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
The signal is a threat, sir?
The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
Repeater units, sir?
When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
Where are the radio towers?
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
You think the logbook was stolen, sir?
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
So what's the mission, sir?
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
Where is this area, sir?
It's about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map. There you go.
Call in?
Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business. Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in.
Please, sir, if you're sending us after Ace's killer, then you've already decided we're worthy. Why not just let us in?
Kissing ass already, huh? Well, some folks in the Waste can be persuaded that way, but not everyone. I've been buttered up by the best of them, so I'm wise to those tricks. You get through our doors with deeds, not words, recruits. Good try, though.
Thank you, sir. We'll do our best.
Good luck out there, recruits.
All right. There's a way to dig up stuff. I don't remember how to do it. There's one more party member around here that I want to find before we go off into the world. Hit Paul Takeda. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Good to see you, recruits. Pray they can't open the store yet. Kindly woman standing in standard issue ranger garb. She seems occupied counting goods and is organizing crates. Aside from the clothes, she's a picture of a loving grandmother. You could swear she smells faintly of fresh baked cookies. Hello, recruits. Welcome to Solveig Sundries. Happy to trade whatever you like. An honor to make your acquaintance. Always nice to see new faces around here. And a pleasure to make sure they have everything they need before they head out to the big bad world. Nice to meet you too, Solveig. What's your story? Oh, it's not interesting. I grew up in a village near here, but I was already a grandmother twice over when the Desert Rangers moved into the Citadel. I saw how much good the Rangers were doing, and I wasn't up to much with my children. Moved to other villages to start their own families. It was a little unconventional for an old lady to go to base training, but I pulled my weight and earned my star. I may not be too useful in forward operation, but I've got lots of experience keeping people well fed and well clothed. And I can run a drill press with the best of them. So General Vargas has me help Sergeant Melson run the supply, and I help Captain in the workshop now and again. That's Captain. What's Captain like? She's the smartest person I've ever met, bar none. She can whip up laser beams, water purification systems like I whip up pies. What's Sergeant Melson like? Oh, he's a great friend and a great quartermaster. We'll all be eating sand and wiping with cactus flowers without him. And what about General Vargas? He's a modern-day Patton. He's got a mind for strategy and knows how to make the tough calls, but he's got a gentle side, too. So what about the Ranger Citadel? I do love this place nowadays. It used to be full of some kooky birds back when I was younger. Fellas seemed to worship pre-war junk, even if they didn't know what it was. They wouldn't share none of it. Well, I shouldn't get too judgmental. I'm sure they thought they were doing right. So you can outfit us? Well, with essentials as tough as they are, I can't just give them away for free. Believe me, I wish I could. But we keep our prices as close to cost as we can for our rangers. You can stop by for the basics whenever you're in the area, and once you get clearance to enter the Citadel, you'll get access to some of our more valuable goodies. We'll have to talk to Sergeant Melson about that when you get inside. Cool. Smart to take your time on purchases. Don't want to be too hasty. Goodbye.
Hey, Echo wants some water in there. He headbutted you right in the butt.
There it is. So, who picked up the shovel? But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff to find. Somewhere around here is another. That doesn't. Bulbs. Until a death. There we go.
God damn it, Ace.
Tough-looking redhead with decades of sun and wind and hard living etched into her angular face stands sobbing in the shadows. Sobbing, not stopping. I don't know what stopping means. You saw her at Ace's retirement party. The sleeves of her uniform have been torn off, revealing multiple tattoos on her sinewy arms, all skulls. The tears running down her cheeks are splashing on a rusty old wrench she holds in her scarred hands.
Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
We saw you at Ace's funeral. You knew him well?
They all hurt, but this one... Man. Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brygo up in Vegas. When Base Cochise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brygo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in quartz. He'd pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight Cochise. Never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there. And now he's... God damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble, I knew it. He was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on. Trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. But then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. I should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him?
Have you heard any of these strange broadcasts?
Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines. Or machines into men, or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us, the Rangers. Saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world, and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us?
You know any more about these repeater units?
I don't really know the details. It's all a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about transmitters and north-south axis and signals bouncing off the clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius.
Do you know Woodson?
Radio technician Wade Woodson? Sure do. He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps the machines running and the signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline to the base.
Tell me about the Rail Nomads.
Could be a nice little place if the Atchisons and Topekans would kiss and make up. I can't even remember what it's all about, but between them, they got enough old railroad tech that if they worked together, they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots.
Where's Quartz?
Man, not sure I can recall. Haven't been out that way in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher, he'd know.
Where's Thrasher now?
You better call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day he just seemed like this big old growly bear. Strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Cochise, and he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers, but Vargas doesn't dump old friends. So he started him working in the museum. And once you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the Wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it?
What was Base Cochise?
An old military facility from before the war. And the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day. Literally. That's when I became Captain Death.
A computer was making the robots?
Yeah. The Base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet.
I see you have Ace's name tattooed in the heart of your arm.
You noticed that, huh? Well, Ace always said I wore my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, me and Ace. We were more than just old army buddies, if you know what I mean. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why I want to come with you.
Babies, us?
Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time.
What happened to Hellraiser?
He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead or AWOL or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him. I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much. Didn't make friends easy. Wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come. And when the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor. Scary as hell.
How well do you know General Vargas?
Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after he brought down Base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show, and doing a damn fine job. While I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh?
So General Vargas used to be called Snake?
Well, like I said, he was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day. But I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade maybe?
So what are the Red Scorpions?
You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of rangers back then, but they've been getting more organized. Call themselves the militia now, and they try to act like they're the Desert Rangers of Eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse shit. The protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The Rangers aren't like that. We get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging.
I know she said Rangers when she should have said Raiders, but that's alright. It's a small development game. The voice acting actually is pretty good. So what can you tell us about Eastern Arizona?
Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there, which the Scorpions claim is their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I've got my doubts.
Radiation clouds?
The edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't get into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us. North, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought those clouds went on forever. And that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine, and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke?
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we'd been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged. So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
Sure thing.
Cool. No need to tell Vargas why I joined you. If anybody asks, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
What are her skills? Alright. do it. Where is Sergeant Woodson? Oh. So seed with those oats. God bless it. Where the hell is this Sergeant Woodson guy?
Don't worry, babe. I'll send the ones who did this to hell. So you can kick their asses for eternity. So you can kick their asses for eternity.
Where the fuck is this dude? Right. I don't see what's in. So, we should go on our way. When we come back, we're going to leave and start our journey to the Wasteland. I just got the basics down, characters made, story set. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I played this a while ago. Hopefully I made my characters worth the crap. We'll find out how bad I am. So thanks for watching. If you guys like what you see, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let me know if you want to see more games like this. Like I said, for right now, these are just going to be like secondary videos popping up randomly at nights. Between this and the other two that I'm going to be playing at first. Like I said, there's two others that I might be squeezing in as well. It depends. But yeah. The main three are going to be the first Pillars of Eternity, the first Pathfinder, and this one. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. Hope to see you guys soon. And love you. Talk to you later. Bye for now.